Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I can't keep putting this one off, y'all. I have to talk about this. The case of Derontae Martin, who was a 19-year-old found dead by suicide, they say allegedly, in the home of an addict during a prom party. The reason why I have to talk about it, I need to go and upload it. That's what it is. I'm like, I've been saying, it's been on the list for a while, but I was like, I really need to talk about it because race is involved, heavily racist. Is like racism is involved. Just questions about like the whole death itself. Was it suicide? Cover up? So much. Now, before I get into this, y'all, let me just go on and say, I try not to be so blunt about racism. I try to, like, it's hard. There's no such thing as saying two sides, okay? When racism is involved, it's like somebody's wrong, okay? That's what it is. But with this case, it's I'm gonna try to not be so blunt about it because I want to see the story and like want to read it, want to understand if race is involved. But I feel like once you hear it, about every black person gonna say, yeah, race is involved, okay, heavily. Even after I was telling my sister about it, at first she was like, oh, I don't know, and then at the end of this she was like, yep, it is. I was like, rethink, and it was making me think so hard. But I really want to like learn about it more and understand what happened. And I got my personal opinions, and I always get so loud, so I'm gonna try to calm it down for y'all. Let me not get too ghetto, and I'm not ghetto, but let me not get too ratchet for y'all and being like, no, well, they need to be racist. And no, we just gonna talk, okay? Because this case, I believe, I don't believe it was a suicide. That's what I believe, okay? It's just the evidence that they had. Everything that they said just told me that they should look into it more. And they wrote it a suicide, and that's it. They're done talking about it. They don't want to research it anymore. I feel like it was foul play involved. The mother feel like it was foul play involved. People who protested, it was like a small protest. No, not small. It was like over 100 some people. They all believe it was foul play. And then the reason why I said racism, because this town, the history, I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff about this town soon, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what happened during the protest. So let's just jump into the case. We're gonna read it first, and then we're gonna dissect, and I'm gonna tell you guys some stuff, okay? Okay, 2021 death of young black man at rural Missouri home was self-inflicted. That's what they say. FBI says. So this is him. He was a football player, y'all. He had a scholarship. His mom said he was always happy, wasn't suicidal. He had a scholarship, got accepted to a small college. Everything was good. So St. Louis, a federal investigation has concluded that a young black man died of self-inflicted gunshot wound inside a rural Missouri home, this is them allegedly, not at the hands of the white homeowner who had a history of racist social media posting, an FBI official told the Associated Press Wednesday. Derontae Martin, 19, was at a prom party on April 25th, 2021, when he died in the attic closet. The death was initially ruled a suicide. Relatives of his they questioned that the finding, and the jury at a coroner's inquest later ruled that he died by violence, prompting the FBI investigation. Chris Crocker, acting special agent in charge, said an extensive investigation concluded that this was a self-inflicted gunshot wound, not a homicide or a hate crime. Relatives were informed of the finding in December. His mother, Erica Lotz, said in a text that she remains convinced that her son was the victim of a homicide. It would say Martin was originally from the St. Louis area, but his family moved to Park Hills, a town of 8,500 residents, about 60 miles southwest of St. Louis, when he was a child. Though that area of Missouri is about 95% white, Martin was popular and happy, Erica Lotz said. Martin was a star defensive tackle and earned a scholarship to a small out-of-state college. He graduated from high school in 2020, but needed to bring up his entrance exam scores before he could go to college. Erica Lotz's mother had relocated back to the St. Louis area, and Martin was living with her. On the night of April 24, 2021, Martin was back in the Park Hills area. He attended the prom party of a young woman, a friend of a friend. Basically, he got invited by a friend, but he didn't really know anybody, at a home near Fredericktown, like they said, of 8,500 residents, 27 miles of south of Park Hills. I believe probably like less than that, because I think 8,500 was his town. The home was owned by a man who, in Facebook postings, mocked foreign accents and defended the Confederate flag. Now let me go on and say this. it's free speech. Even though, you know, I don't believe that the Confederate flag should be here. I just don't. Okay, I'm in Arkansas, y'all. This thing is everywhere, okay? Trust me. But you know what? It's free speech. Unfortunately, people got these. They still believe in that stuff. Anyways. He posted a meme showing a hand flipping the finger. It read, "Here's my apology for being white," because the man is not charged with the crime. So they're not naming him. Deputies and EMTs were called to the home at 3:01 a.m. on April 25th, 2021. They found Martin in the attic dead. Madison County Sheriff said an initial autopsy indicated Martin died of a self-inflicted gunshot. The Missouri State Highway Patrol was asked to investigate, and they concurred. About 100 racial, before we get to that, okay, y'all, yeah, so their findings, I feel like the reason is more to it, y'all. That's the reason why I say, it wasn't, I don't believe it was suicide. It could have been, you know, I could be totally wrong. Like I said, you know, we never know. I feel like with suicides, you always have to be careful, because depending on who it is, and the family knows that, like, family know each other, okay? Family know each other. If the cops said one of my family members died by suicide, I wouldn't believe them, because I'm like, nobody in my family is suicidal. I talk to everybody. We all like so positive, you just wouldn't believe it, okay? So, but it's more to this story, okay, that they say. About 100 activists marched in the town, and during this, the counter protesters tossed in nooses. If you don't know what a noose is, slavery time, at protesters and yelled racial slurs. The area of Missouri was also home to Frank Ancona, whoever that is, a member of he's a Missouri KKK leader who was shot to death by his wife. Wow. So y'all, with that, I'm already telling you, already getting the gist. We got a small town, because there's not a lot of people. A small town, KKK leaders who used to live here, or most likely still do, because if they were there before, they're still there now. 95% white. They're tossing nooses in here. They're doing racial slur. You already see what I'm getting at, right? You see what I'm getting at. If it's a suicide, just because I don't understand, just because these people are protesting for their people, they want them to look into it more. Why would they? Who really tossing in a noose? Like, who does that? And like, you racial slur, probably saying an N-word, saying it all. You know, y'all, you just never know. So the coroner testified that the coroner inquest jury was convened in July 2021. The AP, Associated Press, obtained audio of the testimony through an open request. Zachary Graham testified that he saw Martin shoot himself. Sorry if this is all over the place, y'all. I feel like they have it all over the place. Others said Martin had been acting paranoid and aloof. Martin had methamphetamine in his system, enough to cause paranoia and irrational thinking, according to the toxicology report cited by Dr. Russell, who performed the autopsy. Philip Lawler testified that the homeowner told him weeks after the shooting that he killed Martin. He just told me he didn't like black people, and he used a racial slur, Lawler testified. The homeowner at the inquest denied ever saying anything like that. He testified that he was at the party and on the main floor of the home with others when the shot was heard, sending people scattering. Some of the young people in the testimony backed this account. Crocker, in a phone interview with the Associated Press, said evidence showed that Martin had meth levels in his body, consistent with levels that often lead to extreme paranoia and sometimes even death. He told others at the party he was worried that a gang member was after him. The investigation found someone gave him a gun for protection. Martin shot himself in the presence of a friend who was trying to talk him out of doing it, Crocker said. Family members have said evidence didn't match suicide, but Crocker said the wound was consistent with being self-inflicted. FBI officials met with Martin's family in December to inform them. We made sure to give them the whole understanding of the steps we took to reach this conclusion. Did they? The U.S. Department of Justice Civil Rights Division provided 2 attorneys to help with the investigations. An FBI agent who specialized in hate crimes was assigned to the investigation. They said, and I quote, "We really took extraordinary steps in this case to make sure we reached the right conclusion," Crocker said. I just don't believe it. So look, with this, why can't he be drugged? Why are they not looking into that? Look, in my viewing of a lot of people, I don't really see black people doing meth. Maybe, you know, teenagers trying it, but who is trying meth? That's not normal, is it? Like, I know people who try like coke. I don't know, but I've seen people, you know, on like crimes, you know, they try coke or something like a party. I don't know, but like, you don't really see white people who, no, white people, but like black people who doing meth at a party. Meth? Isn't that like you shooting it through the arm, or like you smoking it through the pipe? Who doing that? What football player who has everything going, got his scholarship, working on his entrance exam scores to get into college would do that? Why do they not think somebody drugged him? Why can that not be it? They don't want to look into it more. That's what this is. I just think they just not trying to look into it. I believe it threw me off when they said the gun. Y'all, I feel like whoever with the gang member, I feel like every black man with suicide, they always want to say gangs, because it's quick, it's easy, and nobody would think twice about that if they saw a dude like shoot him. If they said a dude shot himself and the gang member was after him, oh, he finished the job. That's all they can say, and they can close the case. Shut down case, that's all it is. But their town isn't helping, because the racist stuff that was like people protesting, people throwing nooses in there, they throwing racial slurs, the homeowner was a racist, or, you know, had his own personal thoughts. Nobody's gonna question the dude that saw him allegedly shoot himself. I just don't believe that. There was also, they didn't even say, because I saw this in another article, it was also stating that allegedly there was another investigation, and they said that the range was not close, because this investigation said that he was shot close, like really like close up, but it said that he was shot further back. So all they see, to me, all they see is a gun. They see a dude with drugs in his system, and it's a suicide. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of cover up going on here. White people stick up for their own in these small towns. That's true. I live in the South. I can say that. Trust me, I see it. But I just don't understand it. I don't believe he killed himself. This dude had everything going for him. Why would he take drugs? He's a football player. He knew that would really end it all, and he wouldn't go to school. I just don't believe that. And they're not trying to look into it anymore. I think it's so weird. I feel like these small towns, like I said, the police, the detective, whatever he was in there, and the coroner, they're the ones, I feel like they're trying to hide something. But if that's true, you'd be like, why? Could, you know, on the other hand, could it have been true? I don't know. I just wouldn't believe it. I'm like, this dude was smart. Why would he have gang members? I don't know. Maybe he did. But what gang members are coming after him in the town that's 95% white, realistically? You know, it's like people in Alabama. Like, nobody's driving down there, even though they got some ghetto people down there. It's the slums down there, the ghetto. But it's like, who is really going down there to like start stuff? I just don't believe that. I feel like they made up a story because it sounded believable to white people, and they would believe anything. I'm with the mom. I don't believe it was suicide. That's just my opinion. I just believe it was foul play involved. And if it's true that he had drugs in his system, it's really weird to say that he had meth, even though I think they did. If they found that, all this is alleged to me, okay? I don't know. But I just wouldn't believe he actually had meth in his system. Well, yeah, if that's true. I feel like he could have easily been drugged. The man was at the party for some reason. I'm like, maybe it was his daughter's house or his niece's house. Also, they didn't even stay, because I saw this in another article too, that they found that there was another investigation at this man's home before. A year earlier, before this death, this man that they don't want to name, because he's not he's not a suspect at all, even though this is his house. There was a crime a year earlier where somebody's death was ruled a suicide in his home. So with all of this, the racism in the town, the history, the racism, the KKK leader, like the protesting, the owner, the death before, the dude who found him, the weird investigation, the fact that they don't want to look into it more, just tells me that I feel like something else happened, and they really are trying to just like get rid of it. I just think it's weird. This dude was like, why would he do this? Somebody who was so happy, somebody who had friends, somebody who was having a good time, who was about to go to college, why would he take his own life in a random home in an attic? I could be wrong, but I just feel like it's foul play involved. So let me know what you guys thinking. I try not to get too mad. Y'all always try not to get too mad, but stuff like this, I try not to bring, like, it's hard to not bring racism into this because I feel like it really is heavily involved, especially after the protest. That 100% without a doubt is involved. The fact that they was throwing nooses, just so disgusting. The fact that people still do that, just so disgusting. Y'all are like, so if y'all do that, disgusting human beings, like, y'all should go touch some grass. Like, get out of here. Get out of this freaking 18th century era and go, like, get in with the times, okay? Because, like, you don't even know what you're talking about. I just don't understand racism anyway. What's the point of hating everybody? Like, we're all here. Y'all, it ain't gonna never end anyway. I don't know why I'm still talking about this, because I'm in the South. Trust me, I see it every day around me. Ain't nobody bold enough to try me, I swear. But, like, anyways, what do you guys think about this? Do y'all think it was foul play involved? I personally believe it was. Like I said, if he had the stuff in his system, I feel like, why not look at it as if he was drugged? All these people at a party and y'all not gonna investigate nothing. They just say suicide. That's why I can't get in on this case, because I'm like, there's all these students, all these kids at this party, and nobody, like, says anything. Just because some dude say he saw him, y'all not gonna look at him? What? I don't know, it's just weird. And if he was drugged, they should look at somebody who was drugged. Test the punch, test anything. I don't know what you put that stuff in. Maybe, I don't know. I just think it was foul play involved, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Today has been the day of crime talk and women protecting yourself and crazy people in crazy towns. So just be careful, stay safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.